Meek Mill announced that he's coming out with a new Drake diss record with the Sauce Twins.
He did?
Yep. Yep. You know,
Is that real? I didn't see that.
Yeah. Meek Mill and the Sauce Twins prepare to release a Drake diss. According to Meek Mill and the Sauce Twins, when the collaborative track drops, the streets will be up 3-1 against the Geeks.
I think it's whack. I think it's over, man. Like, let it go. Like, you gotta know when to hold them. You gotta know when to fold them. You gotta know when to walk away. You gotta know when to run. Like, Meek took an L. It is what it is. That don't mean Meek's career's over. That don't mean Meek's still not a viable artist out here. When I see stuff like that, all you're letting me know, Meek, is that shit's bothering you.
Yeah.
It's bothering you. Because I saw you on your Instagram and you was like, yo, the streets, what he said, I made $1 million a week and they telling me that I took an L. And you laughing and you smiling and you already got on and said you're not trying to partake in the beef. You already took your diss record down. So for you to come back out and do that.
He didn't take his diss record down. There was some copyright infringement stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, for you to come back and do that, nah. And then you had to go get the Sauce Twins. The Sauce Twins put out a diss record on Drake already. So it's like Drake bodied you by himself. So you going to go team up with somebody to make a proper Drake diss record? No, Meek. Leave it alone. You can't reheat cold French fries. It's done. The moment is past. It's over. Like, let it go.
You know what people are going to say in the comments, right? People are going to say, Charlamagne used to go hard against Drake, but then once Drake put him in the song and sent him some bottles of champagne, now Charlamagne's flipped the whole thing.
That's not flipping sides at all. You asked me about Meek and the Sauce Twins.
Yeah.
It's over. Like, and you know what bugs me out about that? What am I saying that we didn't witness? Did Drake not destroy Meek Mill in that battle?
Most people say that Drake won.
Majority
of people.
95% of hip hop.
Yeah.
The other 5% is Meek's crew. The Dream Chasers and some people in Philly. 95% of hip hop will say Drake destroyed Meek Mill. So how, just because Charlamagne got sent bottles and his name is in the song, how is my opinion any different than the reality of the situation? And if I was in Meek's crew and Meek say, I got this record with Sauce, I'd be like, nah, Meek, leave that alone. You know what Meek should be coming out with? Another dope record, period.
Yeah.
Just drop another hot record. Fuck a Drake diss. Drop the Dream Chasers 4. Just come out with some more fucking music. Flood the streets with dope Meek Mill music. Fuck, because all you doing now is reignite. Because if that shit is not on the level of back to back, which is still on the radio right now.
Yeah, it still is.
In heavy rotation.
And being played in the clubs.
And being played, and I told you that last time I was here. It was the hottest record in the clubs when I was here. Yeah, but in the club it goes. And I tell y'all all the time, the greatest diss records in the world are the ones that play in the club. Hit them up. Dre Day. You know why? Because nothing infuriates your opponent more. That's where these guys live. So not only did I do a diss record, I made a hit record. I made a record that's charting on Billboard and a record that is probably the biggest record in the club right now. For you, if it's not on that level, you're done. Drake done came with the Future shit, with the mixtape. Like, yo, you got to know when to let somebody get their W. He got their W. He won a war. He won a battle. Drake did. Meek, now you got to focus on trying to win that war.
Yeah.
And that war is just making sure that you still have a viable career 2-3 years from now.
And I really like Meek as an artist. I've always said this, and I'll continue to say it.
Listen, Meek is dope. Meek is the guy from this generation who still represents the hood, who still represents the streets, which is another reason dudes like me are like, what? You really got bodied by the singing nigga? Like, yeah, Drake is a nice guy. Drake is the guy who fucking, at the fucking fashion show, he said, hey, play the clean version of my music. It's kids here. Like, nigga, you got beat by that nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not just beat bad. Like, he made you look really silly for about a week or two. Leave it alone, bro.
What did you think of the What a Time to Be Alive project with Drake and Future?
What a Time to Be Alive was a Future mixtape with Drake features.
I agree.
You know, and
it sounded like a Future project.
Yeah, it was a Future project with Drake features, but that's because Future couldn't get into Drake's world. I can't hear Future making Drake type records.
Yeah.
But Drake can get in the Future's lane. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it was okay. It's like 3 or 4 records on there, but I mean the best thing about that project was, for all intents and purposes, Future and Drake ran the year.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like putting a period on their year. Like, yo, we ran the year, now let me give you these 11 songs to just cement that, to put a period on our year.
They got pressed by Tax G Big on me. Like, yo, we don't like that video. We don't like something that Dice made towards my mans. He shouldn't have said nothing. It's either P Dice or it's all of y'all. Like, we want problems. And as long as he's in y'all squad, we want problems with y'all. WAP said, he gotta go.
Fredro Starr won by default. Keith Murray defeated himself. And I'm up for a rematch right now, anytime. And anybody who think they want to challenge Keith Murray, I'm open for that challenge too.